Hello there, welcome back to Profneel. It's a pleasure having you here on a Friday. We premiere on Friday as usual, and this time with the Maha series part 3, the message in the Uddhava Gita. Uddhava Gita? We only know the Bhagavad Gita. That's what even I thought. But there is a Uddhava Gita also in the Mahabharata, not in the Mahabharata, but in the Bhagavatam. The Bhagavad Gita is there as in the main story at the Kurukshetra when Krishna instructs Arjuna. But the Uddhava Gita is there in the Bhagavatam, which both are written and narrated by and written by sage Ved Vyasa, the author. But why am I including the Bhagavad Gita? The Uddhava Gita is not part of the Mahabharata because it has a very strong reference to the context, to one of the greatest causes of the war at the Kurukshetra happening. And pray, what is that? But before that, the narrator of both the Gitas is Krishna. Bhagavad Gita at the Kurukshetra to Arjuna. The Uddhava Gita to Uddhava, his very dear friend, a childhood friend who used to be a charioteer for Krishna, and they were literally bum chums, we say. So when Dwarka was being submerged and Krishna was about to leave his mortal body and go back, cross over to the other side, as they say, and he called for Uddhava and said, Uddhava, you're the only one who has not asked me for anything. So tell me, what would you like to know? What would you want? So Uddhava had one question. He says, I need to ask you a couple of questions. He says, who is a good friend? So Krishna says, a good friend is one who stays with you always, more so who helps you in your dire straits and harrowing times. That is the most important trait of a good friend. So then Uddhava looks at Krishna and says, in that case, Krishna, your deeds are different from your words. What you say, you only preach, you don't practice. So Krishna smiles and says, when did I not do that? He says, when the Pandavas are gambling, when Yudhishthira was gambling, he lost all his kingdom, etc., and that became the cause for the war. So Krishna said, let me explain this to you. Before that, what I instructed Arjuna in the Kurukshetra is the Bhagavad Gita. What I'm telling you now will now be known as the Uddhava Gita. Now, why did I not do what I did not do? Or why I did what I did not? That's sort of riddles that only Krishna could speak. So, then Krishna explains to Uddhava that why he did not. He says when Duryodhana invited Yudhishthira to come and gamble, play a game of dice with him, he says that Duryodhana was very smart. He, in his wisdom, he was very lucky. He was very circumspect. He did not want to risk anything. And the person who doesn't risk anything normally wins. He says, so Duryodhana told Yudhishthira that you play Yudhishthira, but for me, it'd be my uncle Shakuni who will roll the dice. And that is when they lost. So Uddhava didn't understand this. He says, how does that matter? He says, the fact that matters that you did not go there, Krishna, to help them. He says, Duryodhana said that Shakuni will play for him. Why did not Yudhishthira say, in that case, my brother-in-law Krishna will play for me? And tell me, Uddhava, in case I had played for Uddhava, in case I had played for Yudhishthira, roll the dice for Yudhishthira, do you think the numbers that Shakuni called out would have rolled out? Or do you think the numbers that I called would have rolled out? You tell me. Fair enough, forget it. In that moment, Yudhishthira forgot to do this, to pose this to Duryodhana. But when he was gambling and losing everything, he was praying in his heart, I hope Krishna doesn't come to know about this. Please, Krishna should stay out of this hall at least. Otherwise, no, it's not good for me. Let Krishna stay out of this hall where I'm gambling. Let Krishna, he was praying very hard in his heart. I was waiting outside in the hall. So, but with his prayer that I should not go in, I did not go in. Even when the Pandava brothers were staked and lost, Bhima, Arjun, Nakula and Sahadev, what did they do? They cursed their fate, they banged their foreheads with their palms, they berated Duryodhan, they berated the Kauravas, they berated Uncle Shakuni, everybody, they blamed the circumstances, they blamed everything except call out to me. If even one of them had called out to me, I'd have gone in. And Draupadi trusted her intellect more than me. Because when Dushashan went into her quarters, seized her by a testis and pulled her, dragged her into the court hall, at that time she trusted her intellect. And it's only when she let go of that last piece of garment she was holding on to, the garment being a metaphor for her intellect, when she let go and prayed to me and surrendered with both her hands there and said, Hari, save me. I went there, I saved her. So you're telling me that I did not go and help her, that I'm only boasting that I went and she suffered. I had to go in only when she called me. I could not go before that. So Uddhava asked Krishna, does that mean you will only ensure dharma when you're called? That means you're contradicting yourself. You said that wherever there's a dharma, I'll be there to clean up the act. I'll help the good, I'll punish the bad, the one who's sinning. So where is your talk is divergent from your deeds. So Krishna tells Uddhava, I am only the umpire. I am not the doer, in the sense that I leave man with his free will and his actions to do what he wants to do. And I'm there witnessing it. So Uddhava says, if you're there witnessing it, Krishna, does that mean you allow a person to keep accumulating sins, and then you say that you're God, you're Krishna, and you're coming for Dharma? Does that befit your status, Krishna? So then Krishna says, Uddhava, if a person realizes that I am a witness to all his actions, his deeds, his thoughts, will he sin? Only when he slips and forgets that I am witness to all his thoughts, deeds, and actions, he will start sinning. Our conscience is a Krishna within us. We don't have to seek a Krishna and a Uddhava conversation to help us stay on the right path and not sin. To do good always, to think good, speak good, and act good, and do all our deeds in a manner which befits us to be good people. Embrace the twist, enjoy the turn. Thank you.